All right, let's dive in. Today we're exploring the world of Paramahansa Yogananda.
Ah, Yogananda.
Through his autobiography.
Fascinating stuff.
You'll meet his brother, Ananta, his sister Nalini,
Okay.
and his guru, Sri Yukteswar.
I've heard of him.
We're talking about premonitions,
Premonitions.
seemingly miraculous recoveries,
Really?
all that good stuff.
It's more than just stories, though, right? It illustrates these profound spiritual concepts.
Yeah, and in the way that, makes them tangible.
Right, like how these ideas can play out in the lives of just
Like regular people.
seemingly ordinary people, exactly.
Right, and I gotta say, some of these stories really,
Oh, yeah.
made me question
What?
reality.
Whoa, okay. I'm intrigued.
So let's start with Yogananda's brother, Ananta.
Okay.
Yogananda was super devoted to him.
Mm-hmm.
And one day, while meditating,
Okay.
he had this intuition that Ananta was going to die.
Oh, wow.
Powerful intuition.
Powerful enough that
So strong, he felt like he had to leave India.
outrun fear.
Almost, yeah.
Makes you think about the nature of intuition, right?
Right.
Was it a sixth sense or some kind of
Yeah.
subconscious knowing
Or
or just a coincidence?
Yeah.
But whatever it was, Yogananda clearly felt it was more than a hunch.
Oh, absolutely. And it gets even more interesting.
Oh, really?
While traveling back to India, the ship stopped in Shanghai.
Uh-huh.
Yogananda buys this
What?
carved bamboo souvenir for Ananta,
Oh, cool.
but he drops it
He drops it.
and it cracks.
Oh, no.
At that moment, he knows
He knows.
Ananta is gone.
Wow.
He even writes on the bamboo,
He writes on it. What does he write?
"For my beloved Ananta now gone."
Oh, my gosh.
Talk about symbolism.
Right. Like the physical world mirroring his internal realization.
And the timing is unbelievable.
What do you mean?
He found out later the date Ananta died. Same day he bought the bamboo
No way.
in Shanghai.
That's wild.
It really is.
It really makes you question our understanding of time and space.
Totally. So if we think about this idea of interconnectedness,
Okay, yeah.
it kind of sets the stage for the next part of Yogananda's life,
Okay, what's that?
his relationship with his sister Nalini.
Oh, Nalini. All right.
Now, Nalini is a character.
Oh, is she?
At first, the relationship was, typical siblings.
Oh, I see.
You know.
A classic.
Yogananda, being the older brother,
Yeah.
would tease her.
Oh, so that's
A
the
relentless,
sibling rivalry. It's universal.
Yeah.
You know, it shapes who we are.
where the push and
The
pull.
love-hate,
Yeah, it's all part of it.
shared history.
But as they matured, their bond evolved.
How so?
Nalini got super interested in Yogananda's spiritual teachings. She
Interesting.
was yearning for growth and transformation.
Yeah, I wonder what triggered that yearning,
Right.
that search for meaning that goes beyond the everyday.
Yeah,
Maybe for Nalini, it was the shift in her relationship with her brother.
possibly.
Maybe she saw him differently,
Recognizing his wisdom.
yeah, and that's where things get interesting.
Okay.
I'm listening.
So Nalini was incredibly thin
10.
and she couldn't gain weight.
No matter what she did.
Tried everything.
Really?
But after becoming Yogananda's disciple,
Okay.
she undergoes this radical transformation.
Transformation.
Yogananda even told her
He told her what?
that she would gain weight equal to his own
In what time frame?
within a month.
Within a month. Whoa, okay.
And she did.
She did.
Yogananda credits it to the power of his teachings
His teachings
and willpower.
willpower. So he's saying he directly influenced her physical changes.
Yeah, it's definitely a testament to the mind-body connection
Right.
and the power of belief. But I can already imagine some listeners thinking,
Thinking what?
did Yogananda's influence go too far?
Oh, that's a good point. You have to consider the power dynamics.
Yeah.
Older brother, spiritual teacher.
Wow.
But to be fair to Yogananda, he did say that Nalini embraced his teachings and the dietary changes willingly.
That's true.
And Nalini herself attributed it to divine grace.
Interesting.
So she saw it as a collaborative thing, not manipulation.
That's a good distinction.
It reminds us that while Yogananda's story is incredible,
Right.
we should engage with it critically,
Absolutely.
considering all sides,
Yeah.
and forming our own interpretations.
Which is what makes this deep dive so interesting.
Totally. We're not here to just accept everything.
No.
But to explore these ideas, wrestle with them,
Right,
and
yeah.
see what resonates.
Okay, so let's continue with Nalini's story.
Okay.
This period of growth was followed by a devastating illness.
What happened?
She contracted typhoid fever
Typhoid fever.
and was basically at death's door.
Oh, no.
And of course, Yogananda was heartbroken.
I can imagine.
He used everything he knew, yoga and healing, to try and save her.
Yeah.
And it shows you the limits,
That's
even the most
awesome.
profound spiritual practices.
What do you mean?
Sometimes, despite our best efforts,
Yeah.
complete restoration isn't possible.
Oh, so...
Nalini's fever broke,
Oh, okay, but
but
yeah.
tragically she was left paralyzed.
Paralyzed.
It's a harsh reminder of the fragility of life,
Even when we're...
even when you're connected to something greater
Yeah.
than yourself.
Absolutely.
But this is also where we meet
We meet who?
the most intriguing character,
Okay, who is it?
Yogananda's guru,
Okay.
Sri Yukteswar.
Sri Yukteswar. Tell me more.
So desperate to help Nalini,
Yeah.
Yogananda turns to Sri Yukteswar,
Oh, eh?
and Sri Yukteswar calmly predicts
Predicts what?
that her legs would be healed
No.
within a month
Really?
if she wore a pearl against her skin.
A pearl.
Talk about a curveball.
Oh, right. Sri Yukteswar seems to operate on a
I know it.
totally different level.
Yeah.
He talks about a deeper astrology.
Deeper astrology.
One that goes beyond traditional horoscopes
Okay.
and looks at the individual as a microcosm of the universe.
I gotta ask,
What is it?
how is this deeper astrology different
Yeah.
from like the regular astrology?
Oh, good question. So traditional astrology focuses on the influence of planets and stars
Right.
on our personality and events in our lives,
Yeah.
which can offer valuable insights. But Sri Yukteswar's deeper astrology delves into a deeper level of interconnectedness
Interconnectedness.
between the individual
Right.
and the cosmos.
Yeah.
Like there's this cosmic blueprint,
A cosmic blend.
is deeper order underlying our lives.
And he can just tap into that.
He seems to be able to.
Yeah. So it's not just about predicting events
No, it's about understanding the underlying forces
that
that...
shape our lives.
Exactly.
Fascinating. Did Nalini's legs actually heal though?
They did.
Really?
Just as he predicted within a month.
Wow.
Completely healed.
So we have premonitions,
Uh-huh.
a symbolic event,
Yeah.
and now an incredible healing.
It's like his
Yeah.
life is defying expectations.
Right. It totally challenges us to reconsider what's possible.
Completely.
And it doesn't stop there.
What else happened?
Sri Yukteswar predicts Nalini will have 2 daughters,
2 daughters, even though...
even though doctors said it was impossible.
Impossible. How?
I don't know, but that's exactly what happened.
So wait, she was healed and then
She had 2 daughters.
proving his profound insight.
It really makes you think about the limitations of our scientific understanding.
For sure.
I am officially hooked.
I told you.
This Sri Yukteswar is a total enigma.
Well, that's a story for part 2.
All right, so
Get ready to explore the world of Guru's disciples.
Yeah.
And the transformative power of spiritual mentorship.
well, I can't wait. Join us next time as we continue unpacking the mysteries
Oh.
of Paramahansa Yogananda's life.
Oh.
So this deeper astrology that Sri Yukteswar uses,
Oh, yeah.
it's wild.
It really is fascinating.
Like he can see
he can see
the underlying patterns of the universe
their patterns, yeah.
and how they affect people's lives,
It challenges our understanding of astrology.
doesn't it?
It does. Instead of just the planets and stars,
Yeah.
he suggests there's this
Yeah.
deeper level of interconnectedness.
Between us and the cosmos.
Right.
So he's not just predicting
No.
the future
There's tapping into this
We're at-
cosmic blueprint
and revealing this deeper order.
that we might not be able to see on our own.
It makes you wonder, is our destiny
Is it,
predetermined?
or do we have free will?
Right. Big questions.
Philosophers have debated this for centuries,
I know.
but maybe it's not either.
Maybe not.
Maybe it's about understanding the forces at play
Okay.
and how our choices interact with those forces.
Like navigating a river.
a river. How so?
We can't control the current,
Right.
but we can.
We can steer our boat.
I like that analogy.
Okay, I'm ready to learn more about
It's-
Sri Yukteswar.
Okay. What do you want to know?
What was his relationship with Yogananda like?
Well, Yogananda describes Sri Yukteswar as his...
Guru, his spiritual guide.
Okay.
Their relationship, one of deep respect, devotion, and I'd say tough love.
Tough love.
Yeah. Sri Yukteswar wasn't afraid to challenge Yogananda,
To push him.
push him beyond his comfort zone. Yeah.
Help him reach his full potential.
Exactly.
Sounds like a mentorship that really
That really what
shapes you.
it does. It forges you in fire.
What were some of the key lessons
Lessons that,
Yogananda learned?
one of the most important
Yeah.
was the balance of the inner and outer worlds.
Inner and outer.
So Sri Yukteswar taught him
Taught him what?
that true spiritual growth isn't about escaping the world.
Not escaping.
No, it's about transforming it.
From within.
Yeah, he emphasized integrating spiritual practices
Okay.
with daily life.
So bringing that inner peace
Inner peace, yeah.
into our interactions with others.
Exactly.
So not just retreating to a cave
No.
and meditating all day.
It's about finding that balance
Right.
Yeah.
Bringing your spiritual insights into the real world.
and letting them guide your actions.
Something we can all relate to, I think.
I think so too, that desire for inner peace amidst the chaos.
Of everyday life.
Exactly. And Sri Yukteswar also emphasized self-realization,
Self-realization.
going beyond our limited sense of self.
To connect with the divine within.
Yes, he challenged Yogananda to question his assumptions,
To delve deeper.
deeper into the nature of his own being.
Like Socrates said,
What did he say?
the unexamined life is not worth living.
Right, we have to look within
Question our beliefs
and motivations
and strive for a deeper understanding.
of who we truly are.
Exactly. And in that process of self-discovery, Sri Yukteswar encouraged him to cultivate certain qualities.
Qualities like
Humility, compassion, service to others.
beautiful quality
He taught that true strength isn't about power,
or dominance.
but about love and selfless action,
A message that feels so relevant today
doesn't it?
in a world obsessed with power and self-promotion
It's a good reminder that real fulfillment comes from connecting with something greater
than ourselves.
and using our gifts to make a positive impact.
On the world.
Did Sri Yukteswar have any other teachings
Any other teachings that
that stand out?
he often spoke about the importance of intuition
Intuition,
and developing our inner guidance system.
our inner guidance.
He taught techniques for quieting the mind
Okay.
and listening to that still small voice within.
Like Yogananda's premonition about his brother.
A powerful example of intuition at work.
It makes you wonder, what if we all cultivated our intuition?
What do you think would happen
What kind of world could we create?
if we were more attuned to that inner wisdom?
Right.
If we were more in touch with our intuition,
Yeah.
maybe we'd make different choices.
Prioritize different things.
Perhaps we'd be more compassionate,
More understanding.
more connected to each other and the world.
But it's not just about receiving intuitive insights.
It's also about trusting them,
Trusting that.
having the courage to act on them,
Even when
even when they challenge our logic.
or go against conventional wisdom.
Like when Yogananda followed his intuition and left India,
Even though it didn't make sense.
right? Sometimes our heart knows things.
That our mind can't comprehend.
Exactly.
So Yogananda learned a lot.
It seems like it.
But did they always agree?
Did they always agree?
Allegedly.
Oh no, not always.
Did they clash?
Oh, absolutely. Their relationship wasn't always harmonious.
How so?
Yogananda was headstrong.
And ambitious.
Yeah, and Sri Yukteswar was a demanding teacher.
Demanding, even harsh.
Sometimes, yeah, they had disagreements,
Misunderstandings?
but through it all,
Yeah.
a deep bond of love and respect,
Like a true guru-disciple relationship.
full of challenges and triumphs,
Pushing each other to grow.
and evolve.
It wasn't just about knowledge.
No, it was about transformation,
Becoming the best version of yourself.
and that often involved confronting our limitations.
Our ego, our fears.
Sri Yukteswar wasn't afraid to show Yogananda his blind spots.
You would challenge him to become more self-aware.
Exactly.
Like Rumi said, the wound is the place where the light enters you.
Beautiful quote.
Sometimes it takes those difficult experiences
Clashes, the confrontations,
to crack us open.
and allow for growth.
And in those moments,
Moments of
vulnerability.
Yeah.
the guru's wisdom can really penetrate,
It's like a potter molding clay
shaping it into something beautiful.
and enduring.
You know, it's fascinating how Yogananda blends these personal stories
With what?
with profound spiritual teachings.
Right, it's not just theory.
It's real life.
We see these concepts in his relationships.
Yeah, his family, his guru, the world around him,
It makes the teachings more accessible.
and relatable.
It shows how these ancient traditions
It can be applied to modern life.
to our relationships, our challenges.
It's not about escaping the world.
No.
It's about transforming it from within.
Starting with ourselves,
So bridging that gap between the spiritual and the practical,
bringing those ideals down to earth.
integrating them into daily life.
It's about finding that balance.
That harmony between inner peace and outer action.
Exactly. And I think that's one of the most valuable takeaways.
From Yogananda's story,
Yeah, it reminds us that the spiritual journey,
it's not about withdrawing from the world.
no,
It's about engaging with it.
in a more conscious way
And passionate.
and meaningful way.
I love that.
It's not about becoming a hermit.
Or a saint.
It's about becoming a more fully realized human being
Bringing our spiritual insights into the world.
and letting them guide our actions.
Finding that balance where our inner and outer worlds align.
That sweet spot.
But how do we do that?
How do we do what?
How do we find that
Well,
balance?
that's a question we can explore
In part 3,
in the next part of our deep dive.
we'll delve into Yogananda's specific techniques
For spiritual growth
and see how we can apply them.
to our own lives.
Perfect. I can't wait. Join us next time as we continue uncovering the wisdom of Paramahansa Yogananda. This is one deep dive you won't want to miss. As we wrap up our deep dive into Yogananda's life, I'm still struck by how he connects ancient spiritual teachings with modern life.
It's pretty amazing.
The power of intuition,
Yeah.
the importance of a guru,
Right.
those incredible healings.
Yeah, it's a lot to process.
We've only just scratched the surface.
I feel that way too.
There's always more to uncover.
That's the beauty of it, you know?
The more you learn.
The more you realize how much more there is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, as we wrap up,
Okay.
what are some key takeaways for our listeners?
Well, I think one of the biggest things I've learned from Yogananda is the power of seeking.
Seeking,
He was constantly seeking deeper meaning.
pushing boundaries,
Yeah, pushing his own understanding.
and encouraging others to do the same.
It's a reminder that the spiritual journey isn't about reaching a destination. It's about lifelong growth.
Self-discovery,
Exactly.
staying curious,
Asking
being
coincidences.
open to new possibilities.
Just like we're doing here.
And speaking of seeking,
Oh, yeah.
Yogananda also talked about the importance of a guru,
A spiritual guide.
someone to light the way.
Not everyone will have a Sri Yukteswar in their life, of course.
But the principle still applies.
It does. It's about finding those mentors
Teachers, friends,
who inspire us to be our best.
people who challenge us to grow.
It could be a therapist,
Maybe a coach,
a spiritual teacher.
even a wise elder in your community,
It's about surrounding yourself with people who see your potential
and help you become that best version of yourself.
and beyond seeking guidance from others.
Yeah.
Yogananda emphasized our own inner wisdom
That intuition,
that can guide us,
that inner compass,
but it can be hard to hear that voice.
amongst the noise of daily life.
What are some ways we can tune into our intuition?
Yogananda taught a lot of techniques:
Like
meditation, breathwork, journaling,
even simple things like spending time in nature.
listening to calming music.
It's about creating stillness
Those pauses where we can connect with ourselves.
and listen to that deeper wisdom.
And once we get those intuitive nudges,
It's about trusting them,
having the courage to act.
even when it doesn't make sense logically.
That's where faith comes in,
Not blind faith,
but a trust in the unfolding of our lives.
a willingness to surrender to something greater.
And sometimes that means taking leaps of faith,
Following those whispers.
even if we can't see where they lead.
It's about embracing the unknown,
Trusting the journey,
remembering there's a greater plan.
even when things are uncertain.
That's a beautiful thought.
Yogananda's story reminds us that life is an adventure.
Full of possibilities.
It encourages us to embrace the mystery,
To cultivate our intuition.
to live with wonder and purpose.
Exactly.
If you're feeling inspired,
I hope you are.
I encourage you to explore Yogananda's teachings.
His autobiography is a great place to start.
Full of stories, insights, and practical techniques.
That can help you on your own spiritual journey.
And remember,
Remember what?
the journey starts with a single step.
Cultivate your inner wisdom
Listen to that voice within
and trust that you are guided.
every step of the way.
Beautifully said.
Thank you for joining us on this incredible deep dive.
Into the life and teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda.
Until next time,
Keep seeking
keep exploring
and keep diving deep.
into the mysteries of life.
Thank you for listening till the end. Please subscribe, turn on the notifications, like, comment, and share with your friends. This will help more listeners to discover our channel and content.